This is the all-new Porsche Macan. It's the most exciting SUV Porsche has ever made. It has much more power than any previous Macan. It's packed with new technology, and it's full of clues that show what other high-performance cars from Porsche will be like in the future. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this new car. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Car Wow. The new Porsche Macan looks very different from the old model. Just have a look at this front end. The old car had a huge black grille and rounded headlights. This new model has a much lower, wider intake, and the lights look very similar to the ones you get on a Taycan. Porsche hasn't changed much about the new car's silhouette. It still looks pretty similar to the old Macan from the side. But you do get new alloy wheels to choose from, including 22-inch rims. These look great, but I'm not so sure about this car's backside. The new light bar isn't as interesting as the old car's curvy lights, and that massive piece of black plastic on the bumper looks like a bit of an afterthought. In fact, there are a few other things missing from this new Macan that the old car had. But can you tell what they are? That's right, it's the exhausts. That's because this new Macan is going to be all electric for the first time ever. No Macan will have any internal combustion engine on board from now on. Oh my God. However, this could actually be a good thing. Well, depending on your point of view about electrification. To be fair, Porsche hasn't hidden the fact that it's been working on an all-electric Macan for some time. We've known about it for ages. But this new car is the heart of something huge because it premieres loads of new chassis, motor and battery technologies. Porsche calls this new combination the Premium Platform Electric ER, or PPE for short. PPE. Oh no, that takes me back to COVID days. Anyhow, enough about that. This PPE will underpin loads of new cars over the next decade. Porsche is expected to use it for a flagship electric SUV that could replace the Cayenne. And Audi has loads of new PPE-based models that are coming out soon, such as the Q6 e-tron and the A6 e-tron. However, Porsche is saving the most powerful models for itself, for the moment at least. I will tell you exactly how much power this new Macan has in a bit, and spoiler alert, it is a lot more than you got with the old petrol-powered Macan. A lot more. But first, let's check out the cabin. Okay, so it looks pretty similar to the inside of a Taycan, but who's complaining? I think it looks good. And there's nothing wrong with Porsche taking inspiration from its flagship EV. You get a wide horizontal dashboard just like on that car, and there's a similar curved driver's display. There are plenty of recycled and environmentally friendly materials in here as well. And the LED mood lighting also serves as a warning light for the car's various safety systems. The seats are typically Porsche. That means lots of support, and they're bound to be comfortable. However, don't expect all this cool stuff to be standard. Knowing Porsche, all the best looking trims and materials are bound to cost extra. How much power is this car gonna have? Well, the entry-level Macan 4 will come with two motors that produce a combined 408 horsepower. So that's 30 horsepower more than the old Macan S. And remember, this is the entry-level Macan. There's also a new turbo model with 639 horsepower. That's almost 200 horsepower more than you got in the old Macan GTS. And the new electric Macan Turbo also has more power than a Taycan GTS, a Cayenne SE Hybrid or a 911 Turbo. But my favourite fact about the new Macan is how much torque it has. The two electric motors in the top spec turbo versions combine to produce 1,130 Newton meters. That's 80 Newton meters more than you get in a top spec Taycan Turbo S. That's a lot of tyre shredding torque. Looking forward to doing some burnouts in that car. What does this translate to in terms of 0 to 60 mile an hour times? Well, Porsche says the standard Macan 4 will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 5.1 seconds, which is pretty quick for an electric SUV, and is about the same time that they quoted for my own Porsche 911 996 Carrera 3.4 back in 1999. However, when we come to the turbo model, things take a step up. That car, according to Porsche, will do 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. And that's a whole second quicker than the claimed 0 to 60 mile an hour time for the old Macan GTS. And it's 0.2 of a second quicker than a Mercedes-AMG EQE SUV 53 can do the sprint in. It also happens to be exactly the same 0 to 60 time that Tesla claims for the Model Y Performance. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. I'm sure sure Porsche has been comparing its new car with Tesla's range-topping Model Y in some secret in-house tests. And I'm also sure this new Macan EV will be slightly quicker than Porsche claims. That tends to be the way it goes with Porsche these days. Porsche knows how to combine analog style with digital technology better than anyone else. And this new Macan is no different. The new car comes with a curved 13-inch digital driver's display with lovely, clear analog style graphics. Importantly, you also get a heads-up display, unlike with the Tesla Model Y. This feature also comes with augmented reality graphics for the first time ever, a bit like the ones Mercedes uses for its sat-nav displays. Look, this is Mercedes' version. In fact, BMW does it too. Here it is on a BMW. For this new Macan, you control most of the car settings through an 11-inch touchscreen in the middle of the dashboard. But thank goodness, Porsche has fitted real physical buttons for the heating and ventilation controls, just like on the facelifted Cayenne. You also get the obligatory sports chrono stopwatch on the dashboard like in that car. And the new Macan is available with a dedicated touchscreen for the front passenger as well. This 11-inch display looks just like the one in the latest Cayenne, and it comes with various built-in video and music streaming apps. However, I'm not sure why this is better than using your phone. I guess it's something else that Porsche can put on the options list and charge customers more for. One reason why the new Porsche Macan looks a bit unusual on the outside is because Porsche is obsessed with reducing aerodynamic drag. And that is key with electric cars, isn't it? You see, less drag means less energy is needed to drive the car, which means you can drive further on a full charge. To help reduce drag and boost the car's electric range, the new Macan gets a folding spoiler which can hunker down behind the rear windscreen. The air vents in the front bumper will close when the car doesn't need cooling, and the whole chassis has a flat underfloor, just like a racing car. Even the wheels and tyres have been designed to slip through the air as cleanly and as efficiently as possible. This means the new Macan has a drag coefficient of 0.25 CD. However, that isn't quite as impressive as a Tesla Model Y, which has a coefficient of 0.23 CD. And the lower the drag coefficient, the better. So, how far can you actually drive this new Porsche before you need to recharge? Well, every new Macan comes with a 95 kilowatt-hour battery, which is about 11 kilowatt-hours more than you get in a Taycan. As a result, Porsche says the new Macan Turbo can go up to 367 miles on a full charge. However, the Macan 4 can go even further. Apparently, it can squeeze 381 miles out of a full battery. That's about 65 miles farther than you can go in a Taycan Turbo. It's also 50 miles further than you can go in a Tesla Model Y long range. Also, the new Macan is compatible with 270 kilowatt DC fast chargers, and these can boost its batteries from 10% to 80% full in just 21 minutes. If you plan on charging your car at home, the Macan comes with a built-in 11 kilowatt-hour AC charger. The new Macan's wheelbase is 86 millimeters longer than the old cars, which means you get slightly more space to stretch out in the back seats. Porsche has also lowered these seats by 15 millimeters, and the front seats have been dropped by 28 millimeters compared to the old cars. So it probably won't feel quite so lofty when you're driving it, which is one of the main reasons people like SUVs. Oh well, I guess this lower ride height is part of the trade-off for making the car more aerodynamic. In terms of luggage space, you can store 540 litres in the new Macan's boot and 84 litres under the bonnet. In total, that means there's 127 litres more space in this new electric Macan than you got in the old petrol-powered version. As well as a front boot, or fruit, as I like to call it, this new Porsche comes with another Macan First rear wheel steering. So the new car isn't exactly massive, it's actually less than 4.8 metres long, which is about the same size as the old model. But who's going to argue with a feature like rear wheel steering that'll make parking even easier? This technology isn't just designed to make U-turns a little less awkward, it also helps make the car feel more stable to drive at high speeds by steering the rear wheels in the same direction as the front wheels. The new Macan is available with adaptive air suspension and Porsche's latest adaptive dampers. Together, these can adjust the car's ride height and change the suspension stiffness depending on which driving mode you choose. These features are optional on the Macan 4, but they come as standard on the top specification Turbo. Speaking of which, how much does this new car cost? Well, the entry-level Macan 4 starts from £69,800. That's about £10,000 more than a Tesla Model Y Performance. A top specification Macan Turbo costs £95,000, which is about £23,000 more than the old Macan GTS. But it's still almost £39,000 less than a Mercedes EQE SUV 53, which kind of makes this Porsche Macan seem like a bit of a bargain. The first European deliveries of the new Porsche Macan are expected in the second half of 2024, and I'll be driving the car very, very soon. So to make sure that you don't miss out on that video, please make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on so that you don't miss an upload. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. If you want to watch some more videos, I've picked a couple out for you there. I think you'll like. Just click on those windows to watch them. Or if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You can do that just by hitting the Carwow logo there. Simple.